Welcome to a Mildura morning after a windstorm and a dust storm. Yesterday everything is kind of settled and still. This is the last reading of walking slowly downhill. A walk down the Murray from source to mouth that I undertook in 2015 with permission from all of the elders of all the nations that have lived along the banks of the Murray for many, many thousands of years. This is an account of the 91st day. I'm walking through the town of Goolwa after having walked over the last 2 days into the little valleys and over the crested hills that rise all through the 29 kilometres from Malang. It's a bright sunny day and the wind blows cool and insistent from the southwest. I walk the bitumen road that runs along the tiny strip of land between lake and sea until I reach a wide open space used as a car park for those that run their boats down the ramp and into the blueness. Then I climb up the dunes, walking along a path made entirely of wooden slats. I walk up and down dunes and valleys all covered with multicoloured succulents that have just sprouted emerald green tips, until as I climb over the last rise I come upon a view of the Southern Ocean, endless. Its vast expanse is festooned as far as my eyes can see with an infinite number of waves, each at a slightly different moment of their constant rising and falling, each graced by the sparkling green-blue of transparency or the iridescent white of their foam. As I watch their infinite number being conceived and birthed, only to subsequently disappear once more into an inconceivably dense interconnectedness, I think of my mother and my father and the gift of my own birth. Beyond my birth, I cannot help but think of the gift of my presence here at the water's edge at this very moment, and upon the rise and fall of each subsequent moment. Even this one now, typing away at my keyboard, listening and watching the blessed, loving inanity of a movie titled Elf unfolding in the background. Standing here, I look at the sea until I cannot see anything anymore, and then I begin the 9-kilometre pilgrimage upon and through an horizonless sand dune country as I walk adjacently to the great ocean, roaring in to shore on my right. Horizonless because as the sand and the sea come together far ahead of me, the sea's spray and the grains of sand raised and sent flying by the winds combines to form a dense haze beyond which the horizon has become invisible. As I take step after step over billions of grains packed hard by the never-ending tides, I think about all the elders that have so generously given me permission to journey through the lands they hold in custody, for all those that both care to feel their invisibility and see the riches that lie before them. Then I remember that I began this walk by proposing that I would enter country as a stranger and beginner, and now upon reaching the sea, I feel less a stranger and more than ever a beginner. But I haven't reached the mouth yet, or I have, but cannot tell you about it until I'm ready to do so. Or perhaps until I'm simply fit to do so, but that's for tomorrow in what will be my last post. But for now, how to reach in only 24 hours fitness adequate enough to undertake such a task, even if I was to stand the entire time directly under the beneficent light of this new moon. And if I was able enough to ever reach such fitness, then mere time can never have constituted an obstacle. But isn't the question of my fitness far more complex? Yet infinitely simpler than whether I have enough time to achieve it? Yes, it is, because time is the grandest of all illusions. Because just now I thought, oh, it doesn't matter. I will leave the last posting, last account of this walk until tomorrow, and some accompanying thoughts. Can you dance before you walk, and can you sing before you talk? As a friend of mine wrote in the lyrics of a recent song, dance baby dance before you walk, and sing baby sing before you talk. That's the paradox of this walk. Was I ready ever to talk about it, to describe it? But I did, ready or not. Until tomorrow, and until the last posting tomorrow. Have a lovely day.